Greetings, what's going on, beautifuls? We're back to do a 5-card reading for all 12 tribes, and this is going to cover the next fortnight. So I call those 2 strong, because none of us were sent here to be weak or diluted with false information. We're going to look at 5 cards to help break apart things we need to know about moving on. I'm going to suggest that in addition to watching your sun, you check your moon and your rising, because I am a moon reader, and so many of my Aquarians find additional messages and sometimes more in their moon and rising signs with me. The first card's going to talk to us about the present situation. The second will cover our challenge based on the past. The third is going to give us an idea of the future and guidance that we might need to be aware of. The fourth is a reason for why the current situation has a certain or particular focus, or what you might want to be focused upon. And the last card is going to give us an idea of what the potential outcome actually is. Now, if you like these messages, hit me up. Thumbs ups work, subscribe, or hit the bell if you really like them. You'll get all of my notifications, and let me know if it resonated. I'd love to hear your messages in the comments below. We'll see you on the inside of your reading. Hey, what's going on, Taurus? It is your season. Your guides are cracking me up. So first of all, I'm just going to say, happy Be Art times. You are the reason for the season. You are the T that landed. It's like the fort that staked itself and said, far and away, I'm here. And nobody cracked your head open wide to get the gold inside. That's just what Valkyries know how to do when we land in 0-point resonance. So I'm not going to try to date you wrong and say happy birthday and stretch you through a false 2D timeline that didn't happen. I'm just going to say, be as thou art. And let's see what we need to give up and figure out about what's going on now in your world, because your guys are making me laugh. I was hearing about someone's like coming into the crown, and like people that are just like, I wouldn't even want that thing on my head because my hair is too good. And it's like a weird sort of, they're showing it to me like if you were like designated like the prom queen or some kind of coronation, and just being a little more humble than, you know, put that on my head stuff. And I was hearing for some of y'all, it's like literally about put it on my finger and about like wanting to get married. I'm hearing like somebody's guide said I'm wedding bells all over the place. And so for some of you, that might be happening this season. I'm hearing for some of you, it's like you're traveling to somebody's wedding, but that it's like, now we're gonna elope kind of thing, because we're like, yes. And then I'm hearing for somebody else, it's like how you might actually take that step in matrimony, because it's a good partnership, but that the person that you might be partnering with might not seem as romantic as they actually are. And you might find that if you actually leaned a little bit more into the love space with them, they might be a little bit happier than it sounding like, you know, marriage of convenience to like get benefits or whatever. Although those are practical, needed things, just giving you some advice, Taurus, because some of you all can be very square mind, and especially if you're talking to somebody that's very circular mind and artistic, it can almost be like thrown into a corner when Taurus will say certain things that are very direct, and somebody else is used to kind of walking a thought around. And sometimes Taurus can say things, and that's where you can be really sexy too, because, you know, if you throw it at somebody like, you know, oh, here's this appliance, you know, some people get turned off by that. Like, oh, here's an appliance for your birthday. It's something considerate that you asked for, but somebody can totally misread it like, oh, this isn't what I wanted. So watch out for prima donnas is what I'm hearing too, because you might actually be confronted with people that just are proving to you why it's time to move on. So I've got a lot of your energy on here, Taurus. I'm going to see what our cards have for you. And I'm going to deal the 5. Oh, there might be like bees and stuff flying around in here. We're having like high pollen everywhere here in A to Z, and the creatures have been here with me. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Actually, let's see if I can do these long ways. And I'm gonna move this here so you can kind of see what I've got going on. Taurus. Happy Be Art Day, Taurus. You're a super Saurus. It's the cure for my sore eyes that you are here to my delight. Thank you. All right. So I'm hearing this is all about your month, first of all. And play it. Who is around you doing that? I hear it's making you dizzy. But this 5 of Wands is showing up. It's kind of like what's facing me. And wow, this Ace of Cups just is like sliding out from the bottom. And I'm hearing it's like either you are interested in dating someone and it's like getting yourself ready for that, or you have people that are really trying to jockey for your attention in love. And it doesn't have to be love, but Ace of Cups did show up, and I'm hearing love for a lot of you all. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's just like, I was just setting up a machine that would work, and it's none of you. That's just kind of like, that's just how that works. It's ring around the rosy, you know, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing for somebody else, it's just like so many creative things to do right now. And I'm hearing for somebody, this is about like a passion project that came to life, and the way that you put your heart out there, but were kind of just quiet about how you were guarding it. And there was a really fragile thing. They're showing me like, I don't know if you've ever done home economics, like in high school, where they set you up with an egg and you have like a little egg baby that you carry, and you put the face on the egg and you got to carry it around and like not kill the egg. It's something like that is what they're showing me. And so somebody had like this little project that they've been carrying with them and being delicate about. And I'm hearing this might be the month that it comes out, and it had to be quiet because of intellectual property. And I'm hearing somebody that was just doing really shitty things on Facebook with their biometrics and proving what the Dead Sea Scrolls don't get to be. Let's see what's in the center of the reading here, because this is actually our current situation, Taurus. Current situation, we got a 7 of Pentacles showing up here. Rather patient energy that might be getting a little frustrated. I'm hearing, if this is what's on the mind. Well, I'll take it. Wow. Okay. If I keep lifting up these jockeys here, we've got like the young one that might be like, oh, I love you. And then like the passionate one that wants to take a trip and get somewhere. And somebody's looking for the husband or waiting for the father. There's a lot of different messages coming through here depending on which Taurus you are. But I'm hearing it's been a patient cultivation process. It's what you've tended time to. For some of you, this is the end of a 7-year cycle, or it's something that's been going on for approximately 7 months for some of you. 7 weeks could be 7 days, 7 hours. 7 is of extreme importance in all of this, especially due to the Stargate portal and what it is to be basic. So I'm going to remind you, drink plenty of water right now. I've actually got some electrolytes in mine here, and it's a good thing to do because it's actually going to help you communicate with the sun more right now. We are being spoken to energetically in our bodies differently now. And so even if you're not out in the sun, if you're keeping your body well hydrated and balanced at close as possible to pH of 7, you are in the divine timing sector for what the bees know about now, being 1. We're also hearing that it's probably time to start picking things, because you might start having that harvest showing up here at your feet. And the next step here is really the artisan, where it's showing that this person that's taken the time actually has been the artist that's been devoted to the process, maybe so much that they didn't see how much had manifested around them. And that's a great way to walk into your solar return, if you ask me, Taurus. So bravo on that. Let's go ahead and see what past challenge situation is now. Okay, I was doing messages for Taurus people last night, and this card kept showing up just like this. This is the Seven of Swords in reverse, and I'm hearing you might want to check some of my recent readings, like the April Fools, because for some of you, this is about the divine timing, because this is a 7-7 here. But also, this is about what came out in the open from sneaky tippy toes or whoever might have been trying to get away with something, especially if they were like on your camp. You're showing me this person that probably was getting around easily on the camp, and I'm hearing for some people it's because they were recognized, and it's kind of like a hat trick. It's like, well, you don't see what I'm doing here when I've got this, you know, protective thing. So sometimes this is about people taking a witness now to, wow, I didn't see that before. Well, let's see what's going on here in the future. This is kind of like a guidance card here. So I'm hearing you need to meditate and you need to get more sleep. I'm hearing some of you all, you're going to feel like it too. It's some of you are working too hard, and I'm hearing somebody might have had really bad adrenal fatigue and didn't even realize it. And I'm hearing about just like difficulty with feeling like what's coming out is making you happy. And they're saying it's like something about high acid levels and maybe some reflux for some of you. I'm hearing it's like, if it isn't GERD, it has something to do with stress. And that doesn't always affect Taurus like that, the way that I'm hearing it affects you. Like sometimes you guys get tummy stuff, I guess, but I'm hearing it's been a little bit different, and it's been because of exhaustion. I'm hearing for some of you it's really important that you're getting more time meditating, just because whatever the situation was, it's been draining you. And they're telling me it's kind of like, I'm seeing like 2, 4, and 2 sevens. I'm hearing it's like 24/7. It's like the clock that never ends, and needing to know when to just turn it off, because sometimes it needs to be off, dear. And sometimes it's hard when you're excited and it's like, it's my time to be art, I have things to do. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, yeah, maybe that thing you want to really do is just like be in the right location for the right kind of nap to just like take those downloads in and maybe do a spa treatment or something, because I think that's a good advice for this card. Let's see what we've got for our focus, or like the reason things need to be focused right now. Let's read this card right here, Taurus. All right, so we got the 9 of Wands, and this one's in reverse. This is our wounded soldier. And I'm hearing somebody's world got turned upside down. And I'm hearing somebody was putting on a really good show. Because this can be a defensive or a defending style energy. I'm hearing for somebody, though, it's like, sometimes it's combative when it's upside down like this. This can just be like not feeling well and taking it out, and just, it's like, if you've ever been around a baby, around a child, and you know they're not feeling well, or they hurt themselves and they're screaming and you don't know why, and you run and see where they are, sometimes they're going to see you there and they're going to associate you with their pain and like scream at you, and it's just they don't know where to put that, and so it's like the reaction. And so some of this is learning how to untrain some of the somatic responses that have been built in the body due to our reactivity. And sometimes if you have been out of spoons, Taurus, because you're doing everything, I'm hearing some of you are like building, moving, house, renovating, painting, cutting things up. This looks like busy work that's been happening. I see a lot of activity around you. Changing things. It's, you know, it could leave you feeling dizzy, and that person's literally got a head injury there. And I'm hearing about, for some people, it's just like making sure that you're taking care of those needs and that your chemicals are balanced. And I keep showing these people with all these trees around the place. I'm hearing, get outside in nature if you can. Herbal support might be good. It's not difficult to get help from an herbalist. You might have a Sprouts or Natural Grocers or a Whole Foods or something like that around you, not just throwing out names. They usually have a licensed herbalist on staff that you can ask some questions about, especially if you're feeling like you might want to add something to stabilize your situation. Highly recommended at this time, Taurus. Let's see what is on the outcome / potential here. I like it, except I don't. unless we figure out why he's upside down. We've got the King of Cups in reverse, and I'm hearing he just doesn't know it yet. And they're saying for some of you, it's your husband, it's your father, it's the intended one. And I'm hearing that if this is like why he's upside down, it's like 24/7, always thinking about you, 9 hours. And I heard, what's hours? What's a few hours? It's a travel distance. So for some of you, I'm hearing this is about long distance relationship. I'm hearing for somebody, it's literally like trying to put a division between like work and home life, but being difficult because of the people that are around doing this. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. I'm going to get you a couple more cards here, Taurus. I think that this is probably good for now for some of you, but I'm going to get a few Sibilas, and I'm actually going to get one of the Tarot of Sexual Magic to give us an idea of possible relationship or romantic situations for those of you that might be interested in that. I had already shuffled these with your energy, but let's see what we can get. So put that right here. All right, for a Taurus that wants to know something about relationship. One from Cameron's Tarot of Sexual Magic. Go with that one. Woo. So, Six of Swords. I'm hearing it's long distance. I'm hearing for the one that's turned upside down, if this is not like your dad or your husband needing to check in with you on something. I'm hearing about the 9-year cycle, and this is about a relationship. I'm hearing that it might be a long distance relationship, and they're showing me a 6 here, but I'm hearing it might be 9, or maybe that person has something to do with those numbers. There's a lot of Fibonacci over this. So 3, 6, 9s, numbers like that might mean something to you. But I'm also hearing for somebody, it's like a need to put down what wasn't serving. It's like knowing what to cut off. And I'm hearing for some of you, you need to know that even if this is like long distance, and for some of you it might not be, it's just a communication thing. It's like knowing what to do with this communication. I'm hearing that's really the key here. And for some of you, it's like knowing that that's why there's 5 here, and this is 6, and this one is not there with those 5. So I'm hearing for somebody that has to do with intellectual property and a dispute and something about, just intellectual property and contracts, not relationship at all. For romantic, I don't think, but definitely hearing for somebody that's what that's for. So let's see what else we can find out. I deliranti, donna di servizio, and donna meritata. So yes, reunion. Somebody wants to get together. I'm hearing that if this is about a long distance relationship or communication that needs to be bridged between people, a lot of this is going to have to speak up clearly about what didn't happen. They're showing me this 9 again. There's like these 3 drunk people that are like falling all over the place. And I'm hearing that whoever this person is here, la donna di servizio, this might just be somebody who's been very clean in their communication, and they keep it tidy. And I'm hearing she's like covering herself up. And so I'm hearing it's like somebody was very modest, and it's like brother and sisters right here with their mom. And I'm hearing what somebody literally had to beg their parents for to even be able to do. And it just being like a time to be honest with somebody about what's going on in their life. And I'm hearing for some of you, it's like just knowing that if you're waiting for somebody, or if you've been waiting for a communication, that this person sits upright when they are upright. Because if they're upside down like this is very emotionally unbalanced. Somebody that can be very critical, cunning, and like throw things against people, ego temper tantrums, somebody that really needs a nap. But if this is like a person upside down just because they're blocked due to distance or not having communicated, I'm hearing it's like the right marriage material for whoever this woman is that could see herself with the children. So you're going to know if that's for you, Taurus. I hope that you have a wonderful, beautiful fortnight, and be art, because you are. Take care. Hit me up if I can do one of these for you. And yeah, check your moon and your rising if this is your sun. We'll be back for another one soon. Ciao for now.